A great matchup that people did not realize was going to be such a great matchup before this college football season is happening this weekend. It is the Tennessee Volunteers going to Starkville to battle the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Now, Jeff Levy, the head coach of Mississippi State, is someone who has been an offensive coordinator under Josh Heupel. This was at Central Florida. This season, he's already 4-0. He's only got to win two more games. They go to a bowl game. That's going to be a good season for this team. Tennessee Volunteers, they have a player in Joey Aguilar that is being talked about for being a Heisman Trophy candidate. No joke, check it out. He's 10th in one poll. He's like 6 or 7 in another. This is how good he is. This is going to show where Tennessee is. It's going to show where Mississippi State is. And since it's in Starkville, Mississippi State's got a lot of advantages in this game. So we're going to cover this game. Yes, I cover by the numbers. I know that can be a little boring, but you know what? It's the numbers that tell out. It helps me tell which team I'm going to go with. And you want to know what? I said Texas Tech was going to win this weekend. They won. Last season, when I did this same thing, I said Navy was going to beat Army in Army-Navy game. Even though Army had a far better record, I was right. Okay, that might have been a little biased. This has helped me make a lot more predictions better than most people realize. You follow the numbers, don't follow the brand. I am more than willing to say that Tennessee can lose a game. This is a losable game for them. So, hit like and subscribe if you like you some college football, and let's get into it.
Hey folks, this is Paul with Redneck Sports. I want to thank you for viewing my video, and I want to give you one thought process. There was a famous coach at the University of Tennessee by the name of General Robert Neyland. He had 6 maxims, but number 2 maxim is what everybody should apply to their life. Play for and make the breaks. When one comes your way, score. That's how to live your life right there.
Now, Vols are visiting, so let's get into their numbers. Joey Aguilar has passed for 1,124 yards. He's 73 of 117, 66.7% completion rate. Got 12 TDs, 3 interceptions, been only sacked once. So our offensive line is doing really good. But then again, though, Joey Aguilar is a far better quarterback. Merck Slinger, 12 of 22, 54.5%, 2 TDs thrown, no interceptions, been sacked once. George McIntyre's not bad either, just not up there. Star Thomas, 42 rushes, 272 yards, got 4 TDs, along at 27. Deshaun Bishop, 38 for 263, 3 touchdowns, along at 50. Peyton Lewis, 32 for 157, 3 touchdowns rushing. Dwayne Morris, 18 for 88, 1 touchdown. Joey Aguilar, 14 for 37, 1 touchdown. So we've got 12 touchdowns on the ground. Now, Chris Brazzell is our best wide receiver, 25 for 426, 6 TDs. Braylon Staley, 21 for 281, 2 TDs. Mike Matthews, 16 for 252, 2 TDs. Miles Kitselman, 10 for 106, 1 TD. Star Thomas has received 24 yards, 2 TDs. Jake Van Dorsler, 2 for 12, 1 TD. So we've got 14 passing TDs. We've got 12 rushing TDs. We are a well-balanced team on offense. Now, defense, okay, our defense could be a little bit better, but we're missing a lot of our key players. But they're starting to get a lot of practice. We've sacked the opposing quarterback 15 times. We've got 18 passes deflected. We've got 3 interceptions. We forced 6 fumbles and had 3 fumble recoveries. Arian Carter's got 32 tackles, got a sack in there, got a forced fumble. Jalen McMurray, 23 tackles, 1.5 sacks, 2 passes deflected. Jeremiah Thielander, sorry, 19 tackles and one interception. You're talking about an offense that actual or a defense that actually has decent numbers, even though we don't have our best players. They're getting better. A lot of these folks are doing what they need to do. Now, they're not as good as they could be. This is not your normal Tim Banks defense, but they are getting in there and they're doing what they need to do. They just weren't able to do it enough against a Kirby Smart led Georgia. Our offense, though, hey, when you're talking about 12 rushing touchdowns, 14 receiving touchdowns, this offense has so many weapons that, in all honesty, do you want to face them? Now, Blake Shapen for this Jeff Levy team is their QB1. 67 of 100, so he's at 67% completion rate. Thrown 7 TDs, been intercepted twice, been sacked 6 times. So their offensive line's not holding up quite as well, especially with the competition. If you don't know, they have beaten Southern Miss at Southern Miss. Arizona State came into them and they beat them 24-20. They beat Alcorn State 63-0. Northern Illinois 38-10. So they're having a better defensive state. Their leading rusher, I love this dude's name, is Fluff Bothwell. You got that right. If you're a Tennessee fan listening to this, you are going to hear the name Fluff Bothwell quite often in this coming game. He's got 47 carries, 271 yards, 4 touchdowns. Davin Booth, 34 for 149, 3 touchdowns. Xavier Gayton, 8 for 95, 2 touchdowns. Blake Shapen, 31 rushes, 71 yards, 1 touchdown. Seth Davis, 5 for 47, 1 touchdown. Luke Promahook, 4 carries, 24 yards, touchdown. Brennan Thompson, he's a wide receiver, 1 for 10, 1 touchdown. So they've got 13 touchdowns on the ground. Brennan Thomas, their leading wide receiver, 17 for 291, 3 touchdowns. Anthony Evans, 21 for 290, 2 touchdowns. Jordan Mosley, 4 for 139, 1 touchdown. He's got a long of 75. Tight end Sadu Traylor, 6 for 80, 2 touchdowns. They got 8 touchdowns by air. So they're a little less balanced than Tennessee, but they've still got a lot of positives on this offense. Jeff Levy has created an offense that you would expect him to create. Now, defensively, they got 330 tackles, 5 sacks on the opposing quarterback, so they're not quite able to get to the opposing quarterback as often. 13 pass deflections, 5 tackles, or 5 interceptions. Think about that. So they're able to get to the ball and deflect it and sometimes catch it decently. 4 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries. Leading tackler is Isaac Smith, their safety, which is a little worrying for Mississippi State, not so much for us. 24 tackles, 1 pass deflected, 1 interception. Jonathan Manning is another safety, 21 tackles, 1 pass deflected. Nick Mitchell, linebacker, 21 tackles, 1 fumble recovery. So they're having to rely on their safety a little too much, which could be interesting in this game. If you're having to rely on getting into the secondary before anything really good happens, that's going to be fresh meat. But they've got a decent defense. They do. You see it from their numbers. Arizona State is a good team. Not probably as good as most SEC schools, but beating them 24-20 at Starkville, 34-17 to a good Southern Miss team. Southern Miss is a good team. They're currently 2-2. They beat Jackson State and App State. They lost Louisiana Tech a little bit though. So you're looking at, you've got a pretty good mixture there. Jeff Levy's got this team going where you would expect it, and with their schedule, they've still got to play Florida, Arkansas. Florida and Arkansas are probably their two best, but they've also got Tennessee, of course, Texas A&M, Texas, Georgia, Missouri, Mizzou, and Ole Miss. So they got to get two more wins in there. You know they're going to be fighting for it. Now, looking at the numbers, here's what I am thinking. The offensive line for Mississippi State is not quite as good as what Tennessee's got right now. Blake Shapen, not a bad quarterback, but he's been getting got to, and he's not throwing as many TDs. They do rely on their run game. We know how to deal with that at Tennessee. Their two best tacklers are their safeties. That means that we can get out there with our run game. We can get into the secondary. I'm looking at this. As long as Joey Aguilar doesn't get too pass happy, this looks like a Tennessee win is coming up. I'm not saying it's going to be an easy one. Mississippi State does not look like they're playing around this year. They've got a shot at going to a bowl game. They've got a shot at looking like they are more than capable this season. And they've got winnable games in front of them. But I think the Vols have a little bit better of a team. But we're going to see when they go to Starkville. This has been Paul with Redneck Sports. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.
I want to thank you for watching my video. And if you like what you saw, like, subscribe, and comment. Y'all have a good day now.